Unit and measurements chapters are, many of them may think that it's a very less weightage chapter. I will say it is a more weightage chapter because the important dimension that you should remember, by definitely remembering this, definitely you can in fraction of a second, definitely you can find every dimension of any formula. This is a new concept. Many of them may not know also, I think so. It's a very important thing to know. It's very, very important. I'm going to take a very interesting question and I'm going to give the answer, because in starting answer I will say the HTSTAR concept and HTSTAR field, that is I get some particular dimension, give you to remember, right? So that dimension, how we can use it and make very easily get the answer, how we can do it, I'm going to feel you now. That is, say I'm going to solve with you only. So that is, if you see here, the answer question is dimension of PG/G. That is, P is for momentum, H is for Planck constants, G is for gravitation constant. Okay, so if you see how we can write, first think in different way of approach. That is, if I say PHG, what is H? H is Planck constant. When I say Planck constant, what happens is I can remember the thing which is E is equal to H into frequency. We can write energy into frequency like this. Here if you see momentum, I can write force is equal to P by T. So I can write force into T. Whatever I wrote here and here, try to write here. That is, P is equal to Ft, right? And same way H is equal to EF. Sorry, here that is, here Ft is to come, right? So like that, try to apply here. That is, Ft into E F. This is a frequency, right? We can write frequency into time itself. That is, frequency is inverse of time, right? So I can directly write it as this. One more thing here is G is there. How we can write G is, you know the formula, that is F G M square R square F R square by M square, right? If you see here, F you see here, that is F into T, E into T, well, write as old as T square itself, T square, here F R square, here M square, right? So F get cancelled, right? Simple. So one more thing what we can do is, energy dimension, what we can write is time square into ML T minus 2, here first should come, into M square, here R square, right? What you can do is cancel this R square, T to the power minus 2, T square. If you see, the answer will be M cube. Simple. See, I am doing very slowly. The reason is I am writing the formula inside and I am doing it. If you do it very fast, definitely you will get the answer very fastly. Normally what they will do is, they will write the momentum as a force into time and get the formula for force separately, and they will write the energy formula separately and find the dimension. If you know the dimension of force, I am showing you that if by just knowing that only the 5-6 formulas, I apply directly and get the answer as M cube. The answer here is M cube. Simple. So this is the thing. Now I will solve this sum. It's very interesting sum, I think so. So definitely I will solve. That is surface tension. Already I have solved this, but it is a different thing sum, because they are asked in the terms of energy. If you see here, energy, velocity, time, they have asked it. Definitely you should know the answer. How we can do in different way, I will say, that is, surface tension is force by length. So what I am going to do here is, we need velocity time. So what I have done is here, Suddenly if I think, when I'm thinking, so I'm getting the formula, that is, what I'm going to do is, in the energy terms, you should get the answer, right? So here I'm going to multiply by L and L. Sir, why you have done this? The reason is force into length, that is, force into length is energy, right? So you can write it like this. Energy L square, right? If you see, find any answer like this, we can't find because length should not be coming, right? Velocity terms we should know. So what we can do is do t square, that is t square. The reason I have done t square is, if you see, L square, t square means if you take a whole cube, that is, it is a velocity, right? Velocity square. So you can write energy is equal to velocity square by t square. Now what you can write is energy power 1 V inverse of cube, see, inverse of square V negative, I'll say once again, that is energy power 1 V to the power minus 2 T to the power minus 2. So where is the answer? We are going to check and get the answer, that is 1 2 T2. The answer is C. Simple. The thing here is, I have made very simple, just in 2-3 steps I have done. When you are normally what I will do is, just I will analyze in my mind itself and get the answer in very simple way. Definitely you can also get, but you should think a bit different from others. Then only you will get the answer in fraction of seconds. So solution I have given here, that is, if you want to solve this question, definitely you can solve it as a homework.
Five-star general, who you know comparable.